Hi, this video is to show you how I troubleshoot the electric system of the 2010 Walker lawnmower. This is a 2010 Walker 26 horsepower fuel injection lawnmower. I use it as a homeowner, bought as a used one, and one day I was using it, it suddenly stopped. I can crank the engine, but the engine will not turn over. And look online, basically people said about 3 interlock switches need to check. So let me show you those interlock switches. One is under the seat, so you can see in the middle, and the connector is under the seat. You follow the wires. You disconnect the connector, use the multimeter to check it. The switch normally is, without people sit on, the continuity is off, so you will not hear the beep. And you can use fingers to push down the tab, which simulate you sit on the seat, so you can hear the beeps on the multimeter. So the switch is good. The second one is the PTO interlock switch, which is right here, and you can disconnect here and use multimeter to check the continuity. And the same thing, normally it's in the off position. When the PTO go up, you can hear the beep, but you don't have to use the PTO. You just use your finger here. You can hear the micro switch click sound, so you should the continuity should be on when you push down the tab. The third one is forward speed control. We talk about this one, forward speed control switch. I'm going to come to the left side of the lawnmower, and you will see this is the left hydro, and you will see this one. It's right here. The previous owner is already disabled. Use a zip tie tied down, so this one is continually in the arm position. So after I check the those all 3 switches, they seems good. I still cannot turn over the. I can crank the engine. The engine will not start. So also on the panel here, this white things. This is a 7 amp circuit breaker. So make sure the circuit breaker is good. This circuit breaker actually is work with those 3 interlock switches, which I just show you. And the next thing is check is the fuses of this engine. And the technology is fuel injection. It starts every single time when it's work, but if it's not working, it's a little bit hard to troubleshooting the thing. So this Walker lawnmower have 3 fuses. So let me show you the first one here. You see the engine is right above the starter, and actually it's a starter solenoid here. This is a 30 amp for the starter. Since you can easily remove the cover, you can check the fuse. So this fuse is good, since I turn the key on the engine crank. And the 2 more fuses is right here. Okay, it's actually behind the left hydro. Okay, you can see the Bosch electronic control module, ECM. It's almost like the car, like the computer, control the fuel injection. And here, underneath here, there's 2 fuses. 1 fuses and the second one. And the top one is a 20 amp. The lower one is a 30 amp. The 30 amp is protecting the ECM, and the dealer told me have something protecting the charging system as well. So what I found out is the 30 amp was burned out. So I replaced the 30 amp, and the lawnmower working now. So I'd like to share with you guys. So there's a lot of things. Most time it's not a mechanical, it's a more electrical things. Before you take the hose into the dealer, at least you have to check those 3 fuses and 3 interlock switches. And so those are simple things you can check before you spend lots of money for the dealer to find out for you. So, but that's as much as I can do for this lawnmower. If I couldn't, if I know the fuses is burned out, if I put a new fuses and the lawnmower still not working, so I will go to the dealer, since the injection electronic fuel injection engine, they have a diagnostic tool, and they just plug in and they will tell them what's going on. So, but for me, I will do at least something first before I spend the money. So hope that this video helps you. Thanks.